Third and final game of week 7. Nearly on time, nearly focused up, but all right, let's see what we get here. Turn the music down just a notch. Okay, Alawi banned out against Vandal City. Vayne taken away from Noxus. Misfortune sniped away. Caitlyn counter-sniped. 380 carries gone in 4 bans. Vigar taken away from Vandal City. And the Yasuo will not be played this game. So what does Noxus select? And with their first pick of the draft, blue side, they grab the Yorick. Now this is a flex. It could go top. It could go jungle. I have a strong gut feeling. But yeah, we'll have to see how this unfolds. Nocturne is the counter answer. So very different types of junglers here. Both of them happy to hard farm up and get into a little bit more gold later into the game. And it looks like they're hovering a champion that also would scale fairly well. So Nocturne Jinx locked in for Vandal City here. Now I will say there were Nocturne nerfs that came in literally yesterday. So there are fresh nerfs. We are LCC, we do play on live patch. And that's one of the results. Kai'Sa's hovered here, and Agateo will lock in Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa it's been the champion that, when you think back, he's had so many good games on so many different champions, but the premier Agateo champion is Kai'Sa. It is what he's had his best games on, what he's had his biggest moments on, and it's exciting to know we'll get another one of those games. Looks like we had a sub come in, Bassoon with a resub. Thanks for the resub, buddy. Hope you're enjoying the game. Congrats on your win tonight. They were really trying to kill your Nami. They wanted some sushi. Renata to pair with the Kai'Sa, as Noxus bot lane is confirmed. And Emilio selected for Vandal City. So we finally, week 7, we get to see Dan's Emilio. It's kind of been, it's turned into an underground pick. Legends have told of the strength. But now we get to actually see it in game. I think Jinx Milo is a fantastic lane. It does take time to ramp up though. And Nocturne won't want to gank until hitting 6. Kai'Sa Renata, we saw a couple flash handshakes from the Renata. So looking to continue to play aggressive in the lane. Set banned out against Matt. So they are targeting topside here. It looks like we had a missed ban, which is always unfortunate. A little bit of indecision here. When you're on red side, the picks and bans come at you pretty quick in phase 2 because you pick on R3 and then you immediately ban. And then also you immediately pick afterwards. So Smokey Balboa, thanks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the LCC Week 7 action brought to you by Oasis Gaming. One more ban to come in for Noxus. But yeah, looking to play around the, I don't think Jinx and Nocturne really play well together, so I really want to see Vandal City lock in a front line here for their players. I will say Nocturne Orianna is a really standard good pairing, and we've seen Cerelius pilot Orianna multiple times throughout the season. Noxus has a ton of options for their comp as well. You can play Kai'Sa very defensively, or you can pick a couple of engaged champions here. So we'll have to see what they end up with. The Orianna is selected. Was it a missed ban honored as anything? No, it is a missed ban, Mr. Statman. Set and Darius are the ones that are banned out. That means that the Scion is up, and Jinx Scion is a fantastic setup for Jinx. I will say the way that Matt has been playing Scion is he's much more side lane pressure. So maybe not the traditional setup, but I think this Jinx is going to have a really hard time contributing in team fights. They've got a team fight bot lane and a team fight mid. They need to have a front line, and they don't have that yet. Nautilus picked up here. This will be a top lane Nautilus, and this is securing that it's a jungle Yorick, as we do see the Hui selected to be played mid. We just saw how much damage Lowell was able to pump out with that in our last match, and that was Demacia versus Zon. Make sure to check out the VOD or check on YouTube after the stream to watch that game back. But what will the answer be into this team? What will Bandle City choose to round out their composition? And it's hovered. Is it selected? Malphite is selected. So they are committing to the team fight here, and I'm very interested to see how. I saw an instant disconnect. That was honestly, that was a lot with the dog. That was okay, we need to reset. All right.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Okay, so we are dialing in here. The end of week 7 in the LCC. Everybody's got the right items. Everybody's good to go. Let's take a breath here. We don't know how this game's going to be. The first game that I cast, first game of the day, was a action-packed, just massive back and forth. There were kills, multiple kills every single minute. I don't know what's going to happen this game. Looks like I would call this an abbreviated 5-point. But no invades coming out from either team. Even with a Nautilus and a Hui and a Renata, that's a fairly strong invade lineup. They will elect not to. And so, we can all take a breath. Do we prepare to walk forward? Not sure what's going on with Bandle City's bot lane. Looks like they are going to arrive to this lane late. So Dan will miss XP on this, which means they will not have the level 2 able to compete for level 2. So Agateo and Yoni able to fight here. Trade's going down in mid. It looks like Cerelius has the early push in onto Starling. Let's pick a lane. Let's go ahead and just watch top actually. Matt on the Malphite. Very interested to see how he uses this passive to find trade windows. And see if he can take advantage of that. Karpiewski getting more and more comfortable. Alright, looking bot side, we do see Agateo and Yoni have been able to push in. A ward going down, spotted out, as both junglers are clearing. Now we do have opposite side clears. Fighting's going down top. Karpiewski actually very happy to take this. And one of the things, see a nice command attack from Cerelius. One of the things about Malphite, if you don't know, is that he is a very old champion. And Karpiewski is looking to take advantage of this. The Ignite could go down. It will go down. It's a solo bolo first blood in top lane as Karpiewski capitalizes. Starling and Clone are looking to push in here onto Cerelius. Cerelius had to flash out, but Matt is not there to help at all. Starling very low, and Cerelius does have the level advantage, but at this point, Clone will just be able to find this kill. Cerelius really only has the option to try and find the kill onto Starling, but it will not happen, so he did buy a lot of time. No assist actually going over. It took so long. Yeah, I was going to say, Malphite's a very old champion. He's got high mana costs. He's very difficult to manage his mana in lane. Of course, later on in the game, really doesn't matter. But, yeah, this lane phase, very difficult. And you can see, Matt, no teleport, already died once, and already very low on mana. So we'll have to kind of pay attention to that, see what happens there. Nice finds here from Noxus, though. I mean, both the Bandle City's solo lanes, we talked about that in the pregame, is how strong their solo lanes are. To be able to kill both of them pre-4 minutes is extraordinarily impressive. So, big kill gold. It is on the top side, but Agateo and the Crimson Yoni are finding their own kill lead. Gemsy's going to look for his first play of the game, though, as the Nocturne shows up, level 4. He is going to land the Flea. The flash forward from Miso, the zap out, but it will be flashed away. Turret damage goes down, but the Bandle City will call it off. So it's a flash for a flash, and exhaust. I guess it's a one summoner for two, but Agateo and the Crimson Yoni will escape the gank. Okay, Karpewski looking to push here. Finds a hook, getting a lot. Look at these, just auto after auto. And Matt has to reset here, and there's no teleport. So Karpewski really owning the top lane in the lane phase. But you got to keep in mind, this Malphite really not picked for lane. It's not really the purpose of what Malphite does, right? Malphite's all about finding the big team fight plays in the late game. So we'll have to see what his execution level is at. That being said, he needs to stabilize. He can't give away too much to the Nocturne or to the Nautilus, because honestly, Nautilus in team fights does kind of a similar thing, right? So, all right, let's see what the first objectives are. It looks like they do have a vision of clone here, so there's going to be a gank attempt onto Cerelius as the miss will come out, box down. And they will find a ton of damage, and that is a third kill, a second kill onto Cerelius, and that is the Feats of Warfare going over to Noxus. So very happy to pick up 3 kills so quickly. 3-0, and they're up 1,200 gold already. And so that means they do get their choice of objective. Pretty much whatever they want is what they get. And so Clone and Noxus will go down to this first Ocean Dragon for their first objective. Alright, both of our side lanes kind of evening out. Karpewski shouldn't be pushing out here. He should know that Gemsy is trading objectives topside. Gemsy doing a good job to take this time to get free objectives. Yeah, looks like we're going to see some resets channeled. We'll see some items start to come in. Yeah, as things go down. Alright, both top laners hitting level 6. Karpewski continuing to just dominate this 1v1. Matt very low on mana. The hook will land from Karpewski. Ignite is up, so if he can get him down to about 200 health, but it's kind of there goes the Ignite. A flash out from Gemsy, but it will not connect. Clone and Yoni are here on the back. The depth charge will go down. It will be out, but the flash handshake, and it lands onto Gemsy. The fear onto Karpewski. They're trying to deal damage. The shockwave comes out. A big shield from the Orianna. Cerelius with a really nice shield timing. And Matt unable to use Unstoppable Force in this team fight. Neither jungler had ultimate, and wow, I can't believe that they get away. It's so close. This whole time, meanwhile, let's take a look quick. But Starling just gets free mid-wave pressure. She's going to collect a full plate and multiple CS. You think that's highlight, Beza? You think so? Nobody died, though. We like death. Alright, it's a change of lane assignments here, as Matt is going to walk out mid on Malphite. Collect some of this wave, stop Starling from getting another plate. Take a look at the gold leads. Looks like top is very slight jungle by about 500. Mid by 200. Bot by 200. And yeah, so very even still. It's just over 1,000 for Noxus. But we are prior to 10 minutes in the game. Second dragon is going to be up in 3 minutes. Ultimate's coming online here for Nocturne and for Yorick. I do think that the first Nocturne ultimate is very important. We'll have to see where the Paranoia gets used. Karpewski landing hook after hook into Matt topside. Gotta be happy with that. Matt's stabilizing the CS though. He did die early, but he's definitely found a way to find at least an equal number of farm. Agateo up to 79 farm already at this point in the game, prior to 9 minutes in. So, yeah, both junglers looking bot side. Could be this next dragon in about 2 minutes, or they could just be looking to rumble here. Vision being placed, so they've got vision of everybody. The caution pings down. Both junglers potentially fighting each other. Nice little hook here from Karpiewski. And just using his champion to really really punish Matt here. But Matt able to collect a lot of the CS under tower. So things kind of stabilizing here a little bit, which is nice. We can take a sip, take a break. All right. If we look at the vision, there's you know, they're playing for bot. Another hook. Karpiewski is not missing these hooks. He looks like Chestnut up here in top lane. All right, both junglers on a bit of a reset. That's flash out from Matt. So the pressure from Karpiewski continues to exert dominance in this top lane, which is something we have not seen happen to Matt. We really have not seen him just get pushed out like this. I'm very used to him being the one that's pushing in this hard, forcing out flashes. This is very unusual. That being said, this is the change in composition, the change in style. And Bandle City is hopeful that, I mean, they're within 1,000 gold and they've drafted for team fights. So, all right, Clone here onto the Void Grubs. Gemsy is here, but yeah, he might get caught out. Paranoia goes down. He's able to dodge over the box here. Lands the Fear. Starling is early on the roam, though. The Shockwave might come across, but Clone with a gorgeous flash out avoids the Shockwave. Depth Charge landing. They use the Hui ultimate down onto Orianna as well. Able to land command attack, and so they pick up the shutdown on the Clone on the backside. Ignite goes down onto Orianna, but the shield might just be enough. Will Orianna burn? No, will not. And now it's Malphite and Melio. I can tell you right now, they're not picking up a kill. Hook is going to land. How much CC can either of these teams just pump out right now? So it's 1-for-1. Both junglers die, but that's a huge win for Bandle City because they get the shutdown. So, yeah, big plays there. Karpiewski with another hook. More damage landing out. Starling with missing the Fear. And use the AoE shield there instead of the trap or anything. So, I don't know, perhaps not fully knowing. Gemsy is stuck in the box now. Smite will go down, and that is a Bandle City pickup. Oh, failed flash, unfortunately, right into the wall. So they at least do get one, which means this will not be an objective in terms of feats. But 2-4. Shockwave was on cooldown, so I guess it was just a command attack distance that we saw. Yeah, Orianna starting to be pretty happy to look for little trades here. 3-0 on the Nautilus. One of Karpiewski's best games into one of the best laners, if not the best laner in the league. Definitely a different pick. Definitely not as comfortable on it. But that being said, the stats don't lie. Matt is just a fantastic lane player. And he's been able to convert that into a lot of victories over his career. And Bandle City will be hoping that this gamble of taking him off of something that's lane dominant, putting him onto a team fight pick, is going to pay off. Dan with a nice super mega fire kick, able to get out. Matt trying to trade in here now. He is a level down. Karpiewski actually backing up here, though. Doesn't want to take this fight. Meanwhile, it's a 4v4 bot side as the Paranoia threw in onto the Yorick. The Shockwave is there. They time it correctly. They land both. The rocket will come through, but it's a miss, and Yorick is down. And this will be a 4 versus 3, but they committed so many ults for that fight. Meanwhile, both of the top laners, they are a fantastic team fighting top laners, but they don't. Neither of them have teleports, so they will not be here for this fight. I think Noxus has a chance here. Let's see what happens. There's not really any ultimates. It's just Amelia ultimate, so let's see what they do. A big command attack lands. It's the hostile takeover. Agateo is in through, but the perfect timing from Dan in order to heal Cerelius, and so they will escape. The dragon goes over to the team with a jungler. It is secured with Smite, and Bandle City with their clear Nocturne. You know, with a Nocturne into Shockwave, they do kill the jungler pretty easily there, and then force out Noxus. I think that was a really strong example of Nocturne strength, to be honest. So happy to see that. Miso slowly farming up here, went Yuntal, so we'll be able to cash in, but Agateo up 30 CS at this point. Neither of these carries have a kill yet, and we know that, I mean, for both of them, if they're able to get a lot of gold on them, then they're able to carry the game. So first tower goes down, and that is Feats of Strength secured for Noxus. So about a about 2,200, 2,300 gold lead for Noxus at this point in the game. One dragon apiece. I think Bandle City will continue to look for team fights, continue to look to play together as a team, but nobody in the game is really accelerated except for the Nautilus. Okay, Clone is going to find Gemsy here. Paranoia does come out, but he just dies so quickly. Maiden's there's basically a 2 versus 1, and Yorick kind of just bursts down the Nocturne. Really nice box, really nice catch. Solid play. That's a play that, like, it's a single kill, so it's just a pick. Shockwave comes out, lands onto Agateo, but able to trade some damage back on a Cerelia, so it's ultimate for nothing. And I think Noxus is fine with that. It looks like they are going to seed, with Gemsy having died, they are going to seed the Herald fight here. Dan is kind of walking over, but really without his team, without Paranoia, they don't want this fight. They are committing a lot towards this play, but there's no Paranoia, so they don't have the ability to take it. And Karpewski is looking to just solo kill topside again. Death charge out, ignite down, and that's a solo bolo in the top lane as Karpewski picks up his 4th of the game already, 4-0. Looking good on this Nautilus. Looking very good. All right, Bandle City needs to stop getting picked. Needs to stop dying in the side lane. They need to really put this 5 versus 5 team comp together. Next Dragon would be a great opportunity to do it. They've got 2 minutes until that's up. So I'd love to see them try and fight together in a 5 versus 5 in 2 minutes. That's what I want to see. All right. Still no kills on anybody on the bot side. Across the entire game. All of the kills are on top laners and junglers this game. Modern League of Legends. 7-2 here for Noxus. Alright, so teleport is out. Karpewski's going to come mid. They're going to try and siege this mid tower down, but the rocket's out from Miso. Plenty of wave clear with those rockets, and they will keep mid tower alive. Dan and Miso able to 2 versus 5 basically. And Nox is just going to commit Herald. They're just going to brute force this tower down. Bandle City going back to their basics. It's a 1-3-1 at the moment. We'll see. They might be able to get multiple towers down. Second charge from Herald. Actually doesn't come out. The hook down onto Dan. The flash out from Dan as the box comes down as well. Big bit of way damage coming across the entire team. As I believe that's Despair, right? Yeah, Spiraling Despair lands. Another hook out, and Misa will drop. Jeez, Agateo in. The flash forward onto Gemsy. He's trying, Dan is doing what he can, but it's a double kill for Miso. And Bandle City just has to watch as their team, it was a 5 into 3, and they just brute force, and they're knocking on the Nexus towers. Unstoppable force in the flash, Shockwave lands only onto 2. Agateo is able to sidestep it. Beautiful backstep as he gets out of that. And how much more damage do they do? There's no Miso here. There's no follow-up teamfight damage. Flashes in, but the hostile takeover lands, and he instantly walks backwards. A slow landing down, but the hook out, the rocket through onto the Crimson Yoni. couple autos here. This could be good. This chase is decent for them. Clone is trying to find this. Agateo might be able to force them out. And so Agateo's positioning does, and it is 9-2. A 6k gold lead here for Noxus at 19 minutes in. Yeah, Bandle City just gave up so much mid. They full committed mid. They didn't get a single side lane tower. I'm not sure that that is worth it in hindsight, but Bandle City straight onto the objective here. There is vision for Clone. He does have 4 ghouls in the pit already. He is going to blast cone in. The Spiraling Despair comes across, and his smite secured, and he will just flash out. So it's 1 flash for 1 dragon. That's second dragon. In and out. Just like that. Noxus looks pretty good here. They've been able to find picks. This Nautilus in the top lane is insane this game. But Clone has really been able to force a lot. There's just like, without Matt there, they have no front line. They have no way in. I think a 2-tank comp will kind of be the move. I don't mind Nocturne, but just like a second tank, I think, instead of the Nocturne. But then they're missing damage, so maybe not. But yeah, it just it's tough for them. Matt was pushing in the side lane there, trying to get some value in the 1-3-1, but they just get it fully engaged on. 3 of them go down, and they lose mid inhib for that. So the siege takes place top lane now. Try and do what they can. It is all 5 are top. Let's see what Clone's doing. Clone is soloing Otacon at the moment. I'm not sure that Bandle City knows this. Yeah, they're just going to continue the siege. And Clone is pretty happy to just solo this. Gemsy does not know about this. Yeah, so they're kind of fronting here. Kind of like making this awkward positioning. They have the pressure of mid inhib. And that pressure forces Cerelius to back once they see him back. I mean, really before that, they know that they can't contest this Otacon fight. So Nox is walking in now, getting some free, vision clearing. There is still some nice wards here out of Bandle City, but the hook from Karpiewski narrowly missing. Look at this sway damage on a Miso. Miso chunked down to about half. They are sieging here. This is a heavy siege comp. They have so much pressure. Another hook going out, but just missing as the handshake lands onto Gemsy. Karpiewski happy to look for the dive. They've got the GA Otacon, so happy to just hard shove here. Clone is not with the team. We see Cerelius mid, so it is a 4 versus 4 now. It has they have broken up, they have devolved, but yeah, this is like one of the longest tier 2 sieges ever. They're still here sieging tier 2 top lane. Look at these ghouls. Look at that damage. 1E. Another hook misses. Dan able to just sidestep, but so much damage down onto Matt, and Matt has to unstoppable force away. Another E landing from Clone. That's the mist. Yeah. Oh, it's too far. It's under tower. Oh, he nice catch with a shockwave. Oh, but yeah, nice play. It is just the Otacon, so it's not a kill. It's not technically a death, but it is 200 gold, and it will send him back to base here. So Cerelius with a nice little find, but that won't help him on the kill leaderboards. All right, eventually Noxus able to finish their siege. What needs to happen? I mean, this Jinx needs an item and a half. They need to get Nocturne some more gold. He needs to be farming his jungle again. Yeah, they really need to hit some item breakpoints, and then they need to fight his 5. I'm convinced that if they do that, I don't know that if that will be enough, but that is really what they need to do in order to try and find a way back in here. Bandle City has gone all in on the team fight, maybe too far for it. So We'll have to see. They might make me eat my words, as Agateo is going to take the ultimate in. The flash sombrero, but it's flashed out, and he will just straight up die. It's a double kill for Agateo, as he says, yeah, I know you're the caster, but I run this league. And Agateo picks up, that's 4 kills now in the match. As I hit a pause, and I'm back. 11-2 in kills. I think this could be the death march. Yeah, Nox is looking pretty strong here. Clone has the only deaths on Noxus at this moment. The flash forward will land the unstoppable force, but not enough damage comes out. A flash from Miso to land the auto, and Miso does pick up a big kill there. That's a shutdown. This is what the Jinx wants. Jinx is happy in this team fight now. They need to finish the kills. That's 2, that's 3. Miso is running forward. Starling and Crimson Yoni are the only ones left. What can the Crimson Yoni do? It won't be enough, just him, and that's going to be 4 for 0 as Noxus tries to finish just a bit too early. Matt and Miso connect and instant pings down onto the Baron. We are 25 minutes in. Baron has just come up. I'm not sure that they're actually going to be strong enough to take this, but there's nobody on. I mean, Starling could stick around. Yeah, Gemsy's going to take a lot of damage here. They need to 5-man this. Yeah, teleport in from Starling. I think Starling could kill Gemsy fairly easily here. A ward coming through. Starling is going to look to deal as much damage as she can. The shockwave to pull Starling out. Starling has to flash out. It's a very low as Agateo is in, trying to do what he can. The Baron will be secured, but can Bandle City get away alive? It's 2 down already as Agateo, Karpiewski, and Starling look to push. Clone is not even with his team. He's just going to go and collect their 3rd dragon, a permanent buff. So they ping, they go all 5, and they get out with 3. Dan, Gemsy, and Matt. It's 13-6 in kills. They have mitigated the gold lead by picking up that Baron. Oh, and a Nexus tower goes down. I know that those are the ones that respawn, but that hurts. All right. I think Miso played that portion of the game really well. That was maybe like Miso's best 45 seconds in the LCC, to be honest. He played that really well. So we need to see if I didn't know how comfortable he was going to be on the Jinx. He looks pretty good on it at this point. So he's got 2.5 items. I'd love to see him hit 3 items, and then yeah, Jinx with 3 items can do a lot of scary things. We know that Agateo is strong. He's playing one of his best champions as well. There's a lot to do here, but we are 27 minutes in, and Bandle City needs to play together if they want to have any hope. Okay, things are somewhat stabilizing. This is a really good turn of events here for Bandle City because they're able to pick up a little bit more gold. Noxus not doing great in terms of applying pressure. But Bandle City really, they have to turtle. They just have to sit in their base. There's nothing that they can do. Yeah, and so they're going to begin their siege of bot lane. They don't have the Baron, though. The Baron is on the side of Bandle City. And so, yeah, pretty quickly, their minions will just die. And so this is giving... I mean, this is giving the Jinx great chance to try and pick up some gold. I really like this for Bandle City. This is what they need. They turtled successfully. They're trying to crawl back in gold. They went for the ping onto the Baron because that was the one that would give them a shot. You know, one more dragon doesn't really give them too much of a shot, so they went for it. I like it. They end up 2 of them dying, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we're close here. We have a lot of components on Miso. Meanwhile, Kaisa is 3 full items. Let's check the gold, actually. Yeah, it's about over 1,000. Sorry. Yeah, over 1,000 up. We're about 800 up mid for the Buckaroos. Look at that jungle. gold differential. Clone has so much. Most gold in the game at this point. Okay, checking timings. 2.5 minutes on Soul Dragon. I'm not sure if that's gonna be, you know, what they end up doing. They're on a ward right now, so this ward is spotted out. Yoni does have sweeper. They're gonna hit with a zap. It's a paranoia forward into unstoppable, but there are 4 there. Clone is in here. It's a 4 versus 5 as a gorgeous Renat ultimate as they scatter them all. It's already 2 down though, as Noxus is even in this fight. Vandal City trying to do what they can. It's 3 for 3. Matt and Cerelius are the only 2 left as Clone finally shows up. The mist will land onto Matt. The smite through, and he will hit him with a shovel. So it is a 4 for 3, but that was an incredible hostile takeover from the Crimson Yoni. That was one of the best support ultimates I've seen, come across. That was a great play. I think that was completely Vandal City's fight to win without that hostile takeover. So, yeah, incredible play there. Alright, and so at the end of the day, Noxus doesn't actually get anything off of it. They can't fully siege, but it does kind of push the emphasis onto this this next mountain dragon in 1 minute. At this point of the game, the more that they can stall, the difference the percentage in gold is. That's one of the important things to look at is if you're down, 1,000 gold versus, or if you're down 10,000 gold, that matters a lot more when it's, a 15% gold differential versus, like a 6% gold differential. So, being down 5k gold is never good, but when it's just under 10%, it's a little bit more palatable. Alright, Miso trying to collect here. He is on his 3rd full item, and he went the team fight. He went the rune-ins. I think this will give him less single target, but if they're balled up, and if they're able to connect with a shockwave, that will be exactly what he wants. Matt and Gemsy are looking. Cerelius is there. Dan is trying to protect Miso on the back of this fight. The vision is for Noxus though. They do have the vision advantage, and they have the mid lane inhib, so the minions will slowly push in. Vandal City needs this team fight. This is what they've drafted for. This is what this team comp does. Let's see what happens as Dragon is burning. The ulti is in. It's onto 2. Shockwave comes across, and it will land across. It's a gorgeous... it's a gorgeous ultimate again as the hostile takeover comes across. Miso just wasn't able to quite find enough. While it goes down, the shockwave only finds 2. The unstoppable force doesn't find the prio targets. Yoni will die, but it's for his team, and I think Noxus might be able to push in for the game win here. Agateo diving forward. Very confident on the Kaisa. Knowing that he's got the Seeker's arm guard, he can always just press that, use that couple hundred gold. Starling potentially too far out here. A flash Q just misses from Dan. Miso trying to cash in here, will pick up the kill. Agateo now onto Dan, but the Q landing onto a minion, unfortunately. Now the ADs are onto each other, 1 versus 1, but it's a double kill for Miso, double kill for Agateo. 12 kills in this match, by the way. The kill leader is making an absolute statement. Gemsy will go down. Clone is on a killing spree. That's the second Noxus tower. It drops, another hook lands. Karpiewski 5, 1 and 12. CC lands, and he will get a shot down. Matt at least gets a little bit of revenge, but it looks like the Crimson Yoni and Karpiewski will try and end this for Noxus. Rooted. Is there another handshake? The exhaust comes out. Nothing Matt will be able to do as he has to watch his Nexus fall right in front of his eyes. Karpiewski and the Crimson Yoni. Hostile takeover across 2 just for good emphasis, and Karpiewski takes it for Noxus. It's a 24-13 win. They get Soul. Vandal City with a new look. It had its moments, but the hostile takeovers from Crimson Yoni were honestly huge, honestly essential in securing the victory in the team fights. Yeah, welcome back, Jason. Welcome.